Do you have a team that is consistently side eyeing each other? Or you may have a team that is so polite that they actually don't tell each other the truth. In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 ways that you can help build trust on your team. Hi, I'm Barika from Simply Unique Coaching, and I am here with 15 years of leadership experience, and I'm here to share with you what I have learned in the trenches. I have been in the trenches, and I have done things the right way, and I have done things the wrong way, and I want to help you do things the right way so that you don't have to go through some of the pitfalls that leaders can commonly encounter. Now, today we're going to talk about 5 different ways that you can build trust on your team, and what I want you to do is to make sure that you stay to the end because I'm going to be talking about how you can help your team navigate conflict. Because part of the reason that teams struggle with trust can also be them not knowing how to successfully navigate conflict. So, one of the first ways that you can build trust with your team is by having good communication. So, that's going to be having honest communication and open communication. Try to be as transparent as you can be and as appropriate for you to be so that your team will trust you because as you are open and honest with them, they will start to begin to be open and honest with you. Also, you want to have frequent communication with them, but not too frequent because you don't want to give people meetings and emails and things of that nature that aren't necessary. Now, of course, you're going to have some people that no matter what you do, they're going to say it's too much, so you have to find the right balance and they have to just get on board. But you want to make sure that you're communicating because one of the biggest complaints that employees have about leaders is that why didn't they tell me this? Why didn't they share this? Why aren't they telling us what's going on? Why aren't they sharing with us what's going on? So, as a good leader, if you are sharing what you can with your team, it's going to help you go a long way into building that trust. Next, you want to empower your team with autonomy. So, autonomy is basically just saying, hey, I'm going to give you the freedom to do the work in the way that you see fit. So, you give them the assignment, you know what the goals are, you know what needs to happen, but you give them the freedom to decide how it happens. And I can tell you that people thrive. They thrive when they are trusted enough to do the work without being micromanaged. I am so anti micromanagement. It's just like, that's like, don't even get me started on that. We don't micromanage, not especially in this space. We don't micromanage. Or if you're micromanaging, we're here so we can get out of micromanaging because that is not the right mindset for successful leadership. So you want to definitely also give feedback to your employees when they need to have feedback because there are going to be some times when you give them autonomy and maybe they didn't do it the right way or they didn't do it the way it needed to be done. And you just share that with them. And the more open and better your communication is, the easier it is for you to give them feedback because they know that you're not trying to attack them, because they know that you are giving them the feedback because you actually care about them and you want to see them win and succeed. And most really great employees, actually all great employees, they really want to do their best. So they would rather you tell them the truth than to kind of skirt around it and not tell them the truth. And of course, we'll talk about feedback later. Not in this video, we're not talking about feedback. But in conflict resolution, now you're making me want to talk about feedback. But in in conflict resolution, there is a way to do it. Okay, I'll make another video on feedback because now my mind is on feedback and I want to go in that direction, but I'm going to stay on the topic at hand. All right. So you want to provide feedback when it's needed because that's going to help your team be successful. You also want to monitor the progress of how they're doing and let them know so that they can know if they need to course correct or if they're doing a great job. And speaking of doing a great job, we want to acknowledge when our team members are doing the right thing. And we want to do that publicly, unless they are a person who has that personality where they really don't like things to be made public. Otherwise, celebrate them in a meeting, celebrate them in a conference, whatever the situation is, send them a nice email, send them, if your company is able to, send them, whether it's gift cards or coffee breaks or whatever, just do something to reward them. But actually, I'll be honest, the best thing to do is ask them what they like. And when you ask them what they like, then you know how to reward them. And that's something I would just suggest that you do on the front end because it's going to lead to a team that feels more appreciated because when you speak to them in the language that they like, then it works out really well. Okay. The other thing I want you to do is I want you to be consistent. So we have to be consistent. We have to do what we say we're going to do. We have to be accountable. We have to do everything that's needed for us to be successful. And we want to do that in a way that's going to help our team succeed. So we want to be consistent because that's going to help build our reputation. And when we have the right reputation, our team members are also going to follow behind us. They do what they see modeled. In teams where the leader is not consistent, the teams aren't going to be consistent unless they have a really, really, really strong character intrinsically that just won't allow them to slide off, so to speak. Otherwise, they're going to start stacking up. They're like, oh, here, the boss comes in late. Well, then I can come in late. And heaven forbid the boss tries to write the employee up for coming in late when the boss comes in late, right? So that's not a thing. We don't want to do that as well. Another thing you can do to help build trust on your team is to admit when you make mistakes. That shows your humanity and that shows that you are relatable because nobody is perfect. None of us are perfect. And when we can show our relatability, that our team members feel safe to say when they make a mistake. And that is huge. If your team trusts you enough to tell you when they make a mistake, you are doing a bang up job as a leader. Kudos to you. Now, one of the biggest things that can keep a team from being successful is that they may not know how to successfully navigate conflict. And part of the reason that you want to successfully navigate conflict is because conflict is inevitable. It's going to happen at some point in time. And as leaders, we are responsible for being able to help people get through conflict, whether that's customers, whether that's our team members, whether that's a conflict with a peer that may be happening, or even a conflict with our supervisor, because that can happen as well. But the better we become at navigating conflict, the more successful our team will be, because again, our team members watch us. As a leader, you are on the forefront, you're on the stage, whether you want to be so or not. And your team is watching you. Even if they don't tell you they're watching you and they're taking clues from you as to what is appropriate and what is not. It's almost like children with their parents, how they may watch their mom or their dad and they can say, okay, well, this is how we operate in this situation, or that's how we operate in that situation, or this is what's okay in the household, or that's what's not okay in the household. So the same thing as that, as children looking up to their parents, that's the same thing that's happening with you on your team. So we want to learn how to successfully navigate conflict, and that is going to be one of the biggest things that's going to help you, because as you learn how to do it and you do it properly, your team is going to do it and do it properly. And that's a whole nother video. So we're not going to go into more detail with that. But if you found this video to be helpful, give it a like and a thumbs up. Also, go ahead and take a look at the leadership playlist. I have now kind of sorted through and separated my shorts from my long form content. And some of my shorts are just longer than 1 minute. They were like 2 minutes or a minute and a half. But you know what? If you want to see them, go through the short playlist. And if you want to see the full videos, go through the other leadership mindset playlist. With that being said, make it a great day. Drop me a comment if you want me to make a video on a certain topic. Otherwise, be great. Bye.